Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about Nigerian weddings and the do's and the don'ts. Now, if you are newly engaged, you will want to watch this, I promise you. Obviously, you don't have to be just Nigerian to watch this. This applies to all brides, all future brides. So this is a disclaimer, right? Everyone's experience is different. I'm not telling you guys to follow rule by rule, but please pick and choose what you think might apply to you, because again, I promise you, you're gonna need to know one or two things in this video before you dive into the process of planning. So during this video as well, I'm gonna post our wedding highlights so you guys get a snapshot of how our big day went. It was great, it was amazing, but again, there are things that I definitely would have changed. Yeah. So let's dive right in and start talking about the planning process. Before you hire someone to plan your wedding, sit back, think really hard about it, and just figure out if you can really plan your own wedding yourself. Because a planner is gonna run you anywhere from $1,500 upwards. So of course you have to be attention oriented, organized, time conscious about everything when you're planning your own wedding. If you cannot plan your wedding yourself, please don't even try. You're already paying a lot of money for the wedding, so just hand it off to someone who will be able to plan it effectively if you are not able to do it yourself. So one of the things that helped me out with planning my own wedding was an Excel sheet with every step of the way of what I needed to do. It had monthly goals, weekly goals. It also had budgets that I had to fill in, and I had some of my bridesmaids and maid of honors fill in for me. So it made the whole process easier. Next thing you're gonna wanna focus on is planning a budget and deciding a budget with your partner. Think about investing into your future. You can't only think about the wedding because it's one day that you're doing this wedding. So you want to think about what you could be investing in the future when you decide on a budget. Now, this can be tricky if you want a huge fairy tale wedding and he just doesn't want that at all. So you guys have to come to a compromise when you talk about budget, and it has to be a realistic compromise to make you guys both happy at the end of the day, because remember, the most important part of all of this is the marriage after, not the wedding. If you're planning the wedding yourself, you're gonna wanna keep a detailed Excel sheet of how much everything is per vendor so that you have a good estimation of how much everything is going to be at the end. Remember that you can do things elegantly and sophisticatedly without you spending an arm and a leg. There's so many how-to videos on the internet so that you don't have to spend so much money trying to stick to one vision. So search DIYs, ask questions. If you like the way something is done, just don't be afraid to reach out to people to ask what worked for them, because again, that will save you guys a lot of money and a lot of time. Picking a venue, you guys, be overly realistic with the venue that you pick. Being Nigerian, you want to bring your own food to the event hall. You'll find out that most of these halls won't allow you to bring food unless you have a certified caterer, someone with a license. So if you like a venue, don't get too attached to it quickly, because again, they might have some rules and regulations as to if you can use a different caterer or you can only use their in-house kitchen. With picking a venue, I would suggest eloping with your family and friends, your close family and friends, to a place where obviously they already have pre-packaged deals for weddings. If you're Nigerian or if you're not Nigerian and you don't mind not having cultural food, I think that's the best option, because even doing my own research, I found that they normally have the best prices, and you're already on a vacation, you get to bring your family and friends out. It's much more close-knit. So if you do have a chance to elope with your family and friends, I would say definitely do that, because that'll save you a whole lot of headache about people showing up and being uninvited, and then a whole bunch of other stuff. So the next thing I'm going to discuss is making your guest list. Now, please decide with your spouse how many guests are you delegating for the wife, for the husband, for the parents of the wife and the parents of the husband, for the siblings of the wife and the siblings of the husband. I promise you, this will help you a lot. Also, make sure that you follow up by asking them to make a list. I know this is a lot, but I promise you, it helps, especially if you want a semi-organized wedding. I would suggest a seating chart. Now, I wanted to make a seating chart. It just did not work out at the last minute. If you have any way to make the guest list more accurate, send RSVPs super early. Whatever you need to do to make sure you know how many heads are gonna come, you need to do that. And add like 50 plus people or 100 more people to that list, especially if you're having a Nigerian wedding, because again, there's gonna be people who just show up out of nowhere because they heard you're gonna have a wedding, especially if you have it in an accessible place. So I thought I was a genius, right? And I put on the guest list, no kids, and by invite only. That was a complete joke. People brought their kids. People who weren't invited were there. Like, either you have security guards there or you place you pick for your venue, don't make it easily accessible. Point blank period. Just don't do it. A wedding is not meant to be a social gathering. Invite people who you know, love you, and want the best for you and your husband, you and your spouse, and are gonna pray for you if times are tough. Like, you wanna be real specific about who you invite to your wedding. So the first suggestion would be, like I said before, to use security. Now, this can get a little pricey. Another thing I would suggest is having your guests pay per plate. If they care about you and love you and want the best for you and your relationship, and you're somewhat close to them, they wouldn't mind paying for their own plate at your wedding. Lastly, like I said before, elope with your family, with your close family and friends. Consider those options for saving money and controlling your guest list. Next thing I'm going to talk about is finding your vendors. Y'all know the internet is at our disposal. A lot of our vendors can be found on Instagram. But please be careful. Be very, very careful. These vendors may post the most beautiful depiction of their work, but realize that you don't get to see them in a professional setting. You don't know how they're gonna act when it gets real. You don't know how they're gonna act under pressure. So please remember, if you have someone who can review them for you or who has used them or seen them in work, it's better to inquire about that vendor than a random one that you just know nothing about. And most of these vendors on Instagram, they don't really have Yelp reviews or Wedding Wire reviews, so it's like you literally have to just trust them, you know what I mean? So just be careful and do a lot of research before you actually decide on your vendor. You don't need a vendor for every single thing. Again, your family and friends are there to help you, and we will want to make sure that your day comes together beautifully. We're going to talk about contracts from your vendors. Please, you guys, please, brides, I'm begging you to go through your contract bit by bit, because there's some things that are stated, there's some things that are not stated. You want to be able to hold your vendor accountable and yourself accountable for everything. So make sure you ask the questions. Ask your vendors questions. If you don't see something on the contract, ask about it. If you don't see something that you know is supposed to be on the contract, you need to ask about it. Some of these vendors will sweet talk you. I'm talking about like sweet talk you, like lather you up, and then overpromise and underdeliver. When it comes to weddings, everything is automatically in the thousands. So you really want to be careful about your vendor selection. And the next thing, never give a review on the day of your wedding. Do not do it. You're in high spirits, you don't know what has happened throughout the day, so you cannot give an honest review of the service the vendor that has provided you. Once the wedding is over, you'll hear a lot of feedback from your family, your friends, guests on how the wedding went, and some of them won't be pleasant. I would just advise never to give your review of your vendor the day of your wedding. Let it be a couple days, a week after your honeymoon. Just don't do it the day of, I'm going to talk about timeliness. Timeliness with Nigerians it gives me headache, okay? Like, I don't know what it is, but timeliness and Nigerians don't mix at all. Like, I don't understand what the disconnect is, but you tell them to show up at 10, they'll show up at 12. Like, it's a problem. It's a huge problem in our community, and I think it needs to be addressed. Like, it's not okay. Don't decide to wait because people aren't there. Like, just start your wedding so that everything goes according to plan. Remember, timeliness is a big issue when it comes to Nigerians. So whatever you have to do to compensate for that, do it. Don't be so unrealistic about how your wedding is going to turn out. There is going to be issues. You're going to go through some good, some bad, some ugly. Just expect it. Forgive those who you need to forgive, whether privately or through conversation with them. Because again, the day has happened. What's done is done. There's some things you've seen that you didn't like, some things you've seen that you appreciated, but just let it go and move on. It's a privilege to be able to even celebrate your wedding with a spouse, to be able to celebrate with your close family and friends. So give thanks to God, because He really, really made it all happen beautifully. No matter your expectations, it happened in the way that it was supposed to. So that was it for my advice session on Nigerian weddings. Here is the highlight video of our wedding.
Slowly, it's the sweetest thing, and it don't change. If I had it my way, you would know that you are. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're my sunshine. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it all. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I'll follow, no matter how far. If life is a movie, oh, you're the best part.
Sunrise and those brown eyes, yes, you're the one that I desire. When we wake up and then we make love, it makes me feel so nice. You're my water when I'm stuck in the desert. You're the talent all I take when my head hurts. You're the sunshine of my life.
By the power vested in me by the state of New Hampshire, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
Sugar cane, something really sweet like sugar cane. Sugar cane, something really sweet like sugar cane. See me see Bobo we no get in trouble. Bobo we no get wahala. Bobo we make me dey smile, oh. See me see Biggie. Bobo won't die for my matter. Bobo we dey give me goosebumps. Baby I say make it cool down, yeah. Iwo, in me, ati Iwo. Come be my melody, I'll be your harmony. Iwo, in me, ati Iwo. Come be my melody, I'll be your harmony, yeah. they blow me away. So mommy, baby, just balaja. You light up my world like the 4th of July. Now you where they bust up my medulla. Oh yeah, oh my God, you wanna call all the mundo me do. Know that I'm down for whatever. So baby, come give me some sugar, sugar cane. Something with sweet like sugar cane. Sugar, sugar cane. Something with sweet past sugar cane. Sugar, sugar cane. Something with sweet like sugar cane. Sugar, sugar cane. Something with sweet past sugar cane. Nobody but you, my lover. Anybody try not under. Only you gon' make me ginger. When you leave, you give me a fever, nana. Boy, you be making me feel like a Cinderella. Showers of money, I'm needing an umbrella. I'm needing an umbrella. Ella, Ella, me, ati, iwo. Come be my melody, I'll be your harmony. Me, ati, iwo. Come be my melody, I'll be your harmony. Yeah. Baby boy, you they blow me away. So mommy, baby, just balaja. You light up my world like the 4th of July. Now you where they bust up my medulla. Oh yeah, oh my God, you wanna call all the mundo me do. Know that I'm down for whatever. So baby, come give me some sugar, sugar cane. Something with sweet like sugar cane. Sugar, sugar cane. Something with sweet past sugar cane. Sugar, sugar cane. Something with sweet like sugar cane. Sugar, sugar cane. Something with sweet past sugar cane.
Yeah, I'm killing them shot. Because I swear God, if I go killing them back. Rob, we go to win them like that. Oh God, boy, look I know, be a belly jack. Make you know they feel a kulala. Jala mi jala. Where the money, na 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 na. Money alone. We making money rush like Indomie. Suppose that's your word, my lordy. Baby, show my Giuseppe's a naughty. See, I'm killing them shot. Because I swear God, if I go killing them back. Rob, we go to win them like that. Oh God, boy, look I know, be a belly jack.
You are not a fella, so what's your excuse? It is better there's nothing you can do. We are just a penny to the fetch a coffee. Pile, mo wale the other of my son. Oh yeah, ude.
Always love rewatching it because it just makes me so happy about how the day turned out. Although there were some hiccups, again, like I just give thanks to God for, being able to celebrate with my loved ones and being able to marry the one that I love. Like, oh my God. I'm getting emotional right now, so I'm gonna stop. If you do have any questions, comments, anything, just ask me, please. Like, I will be more than happy to help you throughout your process because I feel like we're all in this together. So thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys next time. Do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and follow me on my other social media accounts. I love you, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Woo. That was stressful.